Hello, boys and girls. My name is Yoshi, 1907 here, welcoming you back to my 100%, or specifically just my blind playthrough, of Pokemon Legends Z-A for Nintendo Switch 2, or should I say finished now. In the last video, we managed to somehow calm down Angie Follette, the, super big guy that was trying to destroy practically the entire world, or at least Luminose. Yeah, so we basically finished the main part of the main storyline, but that doesn't mean we're even close to done. Oh, yeah, we're not even close at all. Really, we've only just started. They've added the 20 of Wild Zones since we came in, and there's so much more to do. Raichu, I need to give you another Drasperia, it seems. It seems you've lost yours. Don't worry, at some point, he's gonna have a Mega Evolution Stone of his own. As far as I'm aware, I believe there is a DLC for having the Mega Evolution Stones. You know, one thing we haven't done? We haven't even looked in the other rooms. Nah, okay, it doesn't matter. It seems like those rooms are locked anyway. I was hoping we could find some items in there by sneaking in there, but nah. Alright, well, we better go outside and see what's happening. Morning or afternoon, I guess. It's not been a restful few days for any of us, I imagine. Not after that awful battle with the tower and EZ passing away. Yeah, that awful tower won't quit hating around in my nightmares. So they've been able to clear things up. The reopening ceremony for Central Plaza should be wrapping up about now, in fact. I'm glad the plaza is fixed, but now is really the time for having ceremonies. Now is exactly the time, I say. We gotta celebrate where we can, even if it feels hard. To catastrophes in 5 years, Luminose needs all the happy occasions it can get. Guess you have a point. Anyway, you did figure out what you're gonna do, Yoshi. About what? About your wish. The one you get for reaching rank A. You should have gotten a message when you signed up on the Z-A Royale. Anyone who attains the highest rank A, the right to call themselves one of Luminose's strongest trainers and be granted a wish as long as it's in our power to fulfill. Doesn't that ring a bell? I suppose your next step would be to talk to Vinny about what you desire. You'll need to figure out what to ask for first, right? You saved the city. I bet they'll give you anything. Hey, all of you, come here a second. Alright. Let's see what you have to say, then. I found something while I was sorry for AZ stuff. Is that a letter? Could this be as well? I think so. Here, I'll read it out. To Team MZ, my dear friends. If you're reading the letter, then it would seem my time has finally come to hand. I leave you these instructions and final wishes. First, do with Hotel Z as I see fit. It's yours. If keeping it running would place a burr on your young lives, you may sell it. I ask you only continue to look after Follette and all those who live in Luminose City. I've been blessed to see the people of the city grow closer to all their new Pokemon neighbors. Is as you want. Uns once said, joining of X and Y axes that were never expected to meet. May you all bring about a true evolution in the relationship between Pokemon and humankind. I've lived so very, very long and seen so many go before me. Thanks to you all, I will now go, meeting my own end with a smile on my face. I thank you from the bottom of this old heart. Signed, AZ. Oh, AZ. We got him on that route the day the tower went berserk. Must have already been prepared for his head. Yeah, I think so. What will we do about the hotel? We probably don't need to worry about turning it into a thriving business, right? See, he did tell us that he saw it more as his own final residence than anything. He did, yes, but keeping a building like this in good repair won't be cheap. Should we ask Vinny for help? I bet Quartz or Carl would lend us a hand. I wouldn't want to use our Z-A Royal apparition on this. I don't think it's what we worked so hard for. Vinny, what's that? You were promised wish to be granted if you achieve Ray A. It's time we took care of that. Please join us on the south side of Central Plaza. Understood. See you at Central Plaza. We'll be waiting for you. You heard that, right? It's time to go meet Vinny again. Guess you gotta... until you reach Central Plaza to figure out what you asked for. Well, I'll figure it out somehow. I suspect everyone's quite curious to see what our 2 A-ranked traders will request. You're probably right, but there's no point getting nervous about it. Let's head to Central Plaza. Alright. My dear TNZ, why are you here? And G? Ivar as well? We simply had to find out what both of you Avite traders would wish for. The bottom line is, I would love nothing more than the opportunity to battle all of you again. Then why not just ask us to battle like trainers normally do? I'm so glad you asked. My dream is to help every resident of Luminose become the best trainer they can be. My dream is to make the citizens of Luminose strong so we can get rid of those wild zones. I think you're so shocked at each other. Oh dear, I would have never expected to share a dream with someone like you. Nonetheless, I certainly would not object if you felt inclined to ask on my behalf for a tournament that is open to every trainer of Luminous. Then, how about something like the Sublime Ultra Tenori Degenique? At that point, would you even call it a tournament? Oh, whatever. Vinny's waiting. Let's go. Alright. So there's so much more to do. So many fans to do at different areas. Looks like we don't have to do any of those stupid cafe missions anymore. But it's not like I want to skip all this stuff. There's someone like literally right next to the Storm Pokémon. So I've decided I'm going to balance it out. I did a bit of the main quest just there, but we're going to balance it out by doing a little bit of side quests and then progressing the main quest a bit. And see what happens. And now we'll try to work towards getting every single Pokemon as well. We're going to go for Tarantum. It's called the spot Pokemon. You can't beat that. That's what you say, but I think Auroras is pretty strong too. Hey, you're a trainer, right? Maybe you can help us. Which do you prefer, Tarantum or Auroras? Hey, leave strangers out. We already know what we're getting. A Jaw Fossil. So I'm the one who gets to decide which Pokemon we're adding to the team. I don't care what my little sister says. You're so mean. Can you show strong, ever how strong Auroras could be? I bet. Why, if you defeat this Pokemon with nothing but a Auroras, you could get one too. Just get a hold of a Sail Fossil and restore it into Amarora. After that, you can evolve Amarora into Amoros by leveling up. Well, this one's really tricky, so we're not going to guide it. Instead, we're gonna later. So we have to do it just one again. So now we're getting all sorts of these challenge battles now. Okay, well that didn't count. We're not gonna do that. Now that it's late game, we can choose when to do the side quest, and I don't think I will choose to do them. Ooh, what's this insane? Nice Pichu and Effa as well. People tend to make subconscious judgments based on appearance, even if they don't meet you. Are you able to see others for who I truly are beneath the surface? If so, please battle me. My Pokemon are so incredibly powerful, I just don't know what to do with them. There is adorable babies, huh? Please come and speak to me once you're prepared for a Pokemon battle. Okay, well, prepare to lose then. You battle me even though I've warned you about my Pokemon's overwhelming power? Well, yeah, I'll battle you. Confident you can see my incredibly powerful Pokemon for what they truly are? Well, then, I'm quite excited for this battle. Hey, there we go. That's a more normal person. We are actually able to battle with all of our Pokemon this time. Let me guess, you're gonna be 90, level 100, something like that. No, not even close. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's see. I know you have a Pichu, but what about the others? Perhaps you'll have all the different Pokemon. Okay, I see they're using unusual moves, so yeah, Pichu with Brave Fake is a little different, I'll say. Forgot. I do using Shadow Ball all of a sudden. Okay, so they have all sorts of different moves. I think that's the trick here. I think Earthquake's more normal. Same for Ice Punch, but also it seems unusual. So I guess you put TMs on all of your Pokemon. It's not appearances that matter most in battle. It's strength within that matters most. Alright, well, that was pretty quick. Despite how they may look, all my Pokemon are fierce fighters, seasoned by battle and brimming with strength. Some opponents may take one look at their odds that adorable faces and drop their guard, only to be swiftly crushed by our might. That kind of thing doesn't happen with trainers who are serious about battling. After all, they can pick up on a Pokemon's true strength pretty quickly when they see it in action. We're told not to make assumptions based on appearances, but we do it anyways because the fact is, you can't know what's under the surface. Which is why my Pokemon and I will continue to take advantage of anyone foolish enough to underestimate us. You know, girl, in a way, that's kind of what everyone thinks of Ash Ketchum. To be fair, they always underestimate his Pikachu in the anime. Until his Pikachu actually straight up destroys them, and they don't know what happened. And then they say, oh, this Pikachu is actually a lot more powerful than he anticipated. I kind of feel like that same thing happened to Ash a lot. I only know this because, as you might have guessed, I've watched quite a bit of the Pokemon anime all over the place, actually. I think I initially started with, I started with, the Platinum or Diamond and Pearl anime, and then the Platinum anime, before initially starting to watch it at some point, and then I kind of dropped it at some point, because, I don't know, I got bored of it, but whenever I did watch it, I will say it is still one of my favorite shows of all time. Actually, hang on. I know you're not there, Stroy, but, whenever there's you are, I do want something specific, and that is, I want to shop. I want to see if there's anything new added since we faved Luminose. Nope. Apparently not. Apparently this is still the same old stuff. I guess we could start by just getting more Ultra Balls. Considering we're gonna do a lot of catching, maybe having Ultra Balls is a good thing. I think later on we're probably gonna have to start doing other stuff. We could also maybe sell those Premier Balls for extra money. I don't know. You never know. Alright, back to Central Plaza. Alright, well, now we should probably see what's actually going on. So yeah, we did a bit of side quest, but now we're gonna process the main quest of it. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today, children. First of all, I offer my most sincere apologies for TMZ regarding the Prism Tower Fair. It should have been up to Corsica Inc. to resolve the situation. It fell to you to rescue Luminose's residents, human and Pokemon alike. We owe me all a great jet. Really, it wasn't that much. And the Prism Tower thing was no one's fault. It's not like you could have just told the whole city something was up. It would have caused a panic. It's just a shame that AZ's attempt to protect Luminose went so wrong. But we did manage to right it with the help of all those tough trainers Cool Yoshi had battled. And as I think we would have tried to help out no matter what. We love Luminose after all. It does my heart good to that you feel all this way. What's that, Vinny? Yes, ma'am. As you know, reaching A in the Z-A Royale earns you the right to have one wish granted, as long as that wish was within the capability of Corsica Inc. to grant, of course. The person you've been searching for, Tawny, you could get help looking for them? That's a personal thing, I guess. I can't just find them myself. This big feels like it should go towards something that would help everyone. Oh, I know, we could combine your two wishes. I bet that would get us something really cool. They're the ones with wishes, you know. In that case, what do you say, Yoshi? This is gonna sound really weird, but I'm kind of trying to catch all of the Pokemon, so I actually want more Pokemon to live in Luminose. We've already made Central Plaza into our new Wild Zone 20, allowing Pokemon to settle there. I'm afraid adding even more city at this point would be problematic. In that case, well, I think it would be nice for us to battle then, in that case. That seems one promising way to make the city as joyful as it can be. Janine and the others sure seem hyped about that idea. I fully support more Pokemon battles. Should we ask for the Z-A Royale to continue then? I see. What an interesting turn of events. Why? Is there a problem? The rather easy has approached me as well to ask if the Z-A Royale can be continued even after its original purpose had been served. Perhaps he, better than any other, understood the value of engaging in Pokemon battles after such a long lifespan watching others. Alright. Looks like that's that mission done already. If you will, give me bio moment. Attention Z-A Royale Operations Team. This is your green light to push the update to the app as discussed. Aww. Z-A Royale app has been updated. As LC, when you check your app, you should now be registered to take part in the Infinite Z-A Royale. Get yourself a charger ticket and show it to the receptionist at Quark Lake for a chance to battle in a reward match. If you win the match, amazing prizes will be yours to keep. After each reward match, your ticket points will be reset to 0. I'll afford the other Z-A Royale participants an update and our plans for this competition. Let's see. Suppose we may as well begin at once. We'll kick it off this very night. You work as fast as always, Vinny. So I easily wish for this to happen, too. I wonder if there really are things that you can only understand from Pokemon battles. Find out what those things are for the Z-A Royale. I hope you're all ready. Starting now, we're rivals. Seems a marvelous future awaits us. Indeed, it does. As much as we work to improve the city itself, its people and Pokemon are truly what matter most. Hope the competition sparked by the Z-A Royale will continue to breathe new life into Luminose City. Let's do whatever we need to prepare. The infinite Z-A Royale awaits. Alright. So, okay, we have to just try it, huh? We don't have to necessarily win it? I don't know. Well, for now, we should go in here. We just got this new wild zone. We should go in and see what's going on here. This is the newest wild zone that got added. As you might have noticed, there was a hidden 20th wild zone that hasn't been mentioned yet. That's because it's here now that we finished the game. But what's unique about it, as you can see, is there's a lot of different rare Pokemon in here. Especially the starters. The starter Pokemon are now here, and they're here to stay, too. So, whoever you didn't get, you can try getting here now, which I think is really cool. Really changes the setup. To be fair, they did this with the original game as well, but now we can do a lot more stuff. We'll probably start by just grabbing as many Pokemon as we can here. Maybe do a full loop around, see what we can catch for now. There are so many rare Pokemon probably here that we cannot get anywhere else. And here's a surprise twist of fate. We didn't claim Mayville's research in a while. That's right, I forgot. We were stuck on Hydro Pump, which we now just attained. Now we can get Fire Blast next. I think now we need to start thinking about doing these requests. Okay, that's we're just gonna do over time. Mega Evolve Paths. Register Mega Evolutions in your Pokedex. I assume you get this by getting every Mega Stone and getting every Mega type. And then there's of course the different types. So just for that alone, we're gonna have to get a lot of Pokemon. And of course, we have to survey Wild Zone 2, evolving Pokemon. Some of them we may have to spam to get it done. Evolving via link trade is still important. But now we know about the link trade trick, it's not going to be terrible. I think we can definitely do a lot more than we think. Winning Poke Battles is a big one. Chilling on benches. Oh, we could... Oh, wait. These two are here, and we could probably do those pretty easily. Okay, normal types is completely done, so it seems each type has like 5 parts before it's done. We did do a lot of it just playing the main storyline, but now there's so much more we can do. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to try and catch this Scruffy without a tie yet. I don't know why. I just decided to. And we got it. Cool. Cool, alright. I think we've seen this Aegon before, but only as an alpha. Now it's a regular Pokemon that we can fight here. This would probably be really hard to evolve otherwise. But we also need to make sure that we actually evolve the Pokemon too. There is that as well. But we got Draco Meteor. I was wondering to pick that up. That's the strongest dragon type mood, if I can remember. Okay, so slowly but surely we're registering all the starters that we missed. I think the first thing we'll do is probably try to evolve them, if anything. Okay, Roserade we already got, but we do need grass types, specifically. Or, no, apparently we don't need those. And we also got poison types already, too. Okay, we don't have a lot of dark types, so we could try catching Malmar maybe here. Okay. I think it's probably too far away to be caught with Exit Moon. But we could still try. I haven't actually used Pokemon in water like this. That's cool. So he, like, just sits on a cloud when he's there. That's cool. Something interesting. Yeah, okay. We are getting progress on that. So we should keep catching Malmar whenever we see it. I just realized some of the starters are probably random in this area. So we may have to keep trying a few times until we get them all. And then we have the middle here. This is where probably all the alphas will be, I imagine. I know we've only, like, actually truly found, like, one time in this game, but I will say, it's nice that they removed the losing all of your items effect upon rain. Because that was not fun to deal with at all. I did not pick a good type to Mega Evolve here. Honestly, after what happened to my M board before, I figured I'd rather do this. Okay, whatever. We'll just use Extra Drill like we've been doing already. Okay, I don't know why we keep taking that hit for no reason or another. Which we could have done for Extra Drill there. We didn't catch Drayoid the first time. Maybe we'll get it this time. It's crazy. We missed it despite it already being really powerful. Okay, well, just like before, we're going to keep using this. Max Revives are something we should probably just save for in battle if we're going to use them at all. I already said we don't really care about what we do with them, so maybe we should try continuing to do stuff. Also, I imagine if we go back to the previous areas, there's a chance we might find different... Okay. Is it just gonna stay there, or is it gonna come out of hiding? We interrupted his move by trying to catch him instead. So I wasn't just doing that for random, you see. If you try to catch Pokemon, you can interrupt them trying to attack you by throwing a ball. That is a strategy, I guess, you can use a bit. Oh, we have Lucario. We also don't have him either. He's a tricky one to evolve. I believe he's one of those friendship evolutions, too. Or at least collect one for now. Of course, like any Pokédex catcher would say, our best way to get Pokemon is to on types quickly is to first capture as many different Pokemon as possible, because that's how you get more points, right? Okay, well, I think we did enough. We also waited long enough. I believe this city will soon be nighttime anyway. I also, yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I didn't even notice that the city I had an indication whether or not it was nighttime or not by the circle that encompasses your compass at, you know, the top left of the screen, your mini-map, more specifically, I guess. Say, yeah, that's something interesting. Okay, well, while I wait for this to go, let's battle you. Hey, you have a Pikachu, too. I like you already. Your name is Pikami, and my Pikachu's the strongest in the world, huh? Want to know why he's strong? It's because he's only a Light Ball. Light Ball makes a Pikachu's attack and special attack even stronger. So I'm confident my Pikachu is the strongest in the whole world. You have a Pikachu, you think you can try and beat mine? I'll prove you on in battle. Another tricky battle. Guess this is one reason I could have chosen to not evolve my Pikachu, but then again, I didn't know about this. A lot of you are probably being very annoyed at me for not doing this sooner, but it's not like it's super bad. We do have a Pichu we could try trading into a Pikachu. But even still, that's something I'll have to do later. So again, we'll just pretend that quest doesn't exist and try a different one we can actually use. So just like I expected, it seems like every one of them is gonna be different. Like, a lot of the side missions seem a lot trickier now. Seems like there's lots there you have to use specific Pokemon, but then again, I wouldn't have known about this even if I tried. If I know about this more, I would have just straight up kept my Pokemon of Pikachu forever, instead of evolving it right away in Raichu. I think part of the plan was, I know there was DLC here. You know, healing Pokemon, it's a tea of mine, working out Pokemon Center all. So I decided to share my skills with my team, which means I taught Pokemon moves that can restore HP. Impressive. I wonder if a trainer like you could take on my self-healing team and win. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, anytime you like to have a Pokemon battle with me. Wait, what about their Stray, sort of? If this is an Stray? Yeah, well, I want to battle you. Do you think you can take on my self-healing team and win? Well, absolutely. Let's try it. Taste the despair of watching your opponent recover just when you thought you won. Alright. Where are we gonna even battle? Not here, I suppose. Oh, it's BN. Her name is BN instead. Yeah, I figured there's Straws in here, but I can't help but nah, anyway. Alright, well, it looks like we have a good type first off. Well, if we want to take out your self-healing team, I assume what we're gonna have to do is just make sure we keep super affecting them instead, so they won't have time to do anything. Okay, it seems like we're really strong, because they both got taken out, like, right away, dude. Okay. Seems like they don't have good defenses, that's for sure, because, yeah, I should have just kind of mopped the floor of them. Holy crap. This is ridiculous. Alright, Avalog's a little bit more tankier. And here comes that recover, but I have a different plan. To literally just dive Ember's face into you with Fire Bits, because that's what Fire Bits does. It just kind of destroys you. That's what it is. Okay, that's a little weird, but yeah, honestly, that was pretty simple. If you unleash attacks that fast, of course my team can't recover HP in time. Well, there you go. Stating the obvious, I see. We one-shot you, how can you recover? What an overwhelming offense, and such menacing tenacity. Of course, you can't win by focusing only on recovery. I'll make sure to keep that in mind when selecting my team's moves. Yeah, here we are. I got no choice but to admit how strong you are and how weak I still am. But I'm a Pokemon Center worker. My two skills lie in healing Pokemon, so if you don't mind, I'll pick up your Pokemon's injuries right away. I have to admit, funny feeling to heal my own team like I do the teams of other trainers. Oh, that's so funny. Helios and the rest of my team should be all better now. Teehee. Of course, I'll be happy to heal your team anytime you stop by. Alright. Oh, we got a Lucky Egg. Okay, that's important. I was wondering when that would finally show up. Lucky Egg is super important. It actually increases how fast your Pokemon go up even faster. That will come in handy for when we have to train Pokemon for those self-battles, which we have to do. We probably need them at least level 80, and we're probably going to actually have to give them stat boosting items, but perhaps that's what our have been training us for. Maybe we just need to know what to do, and from there we could be fine. And of course, if maybe if the opponent's too overwhelming, maybe we should try giving our Pikachu stuff like a double team to evade at the right time, or maybe doing something else. I don't know. what I do know is I think I've done enough, and I also don't want to wait too long. So I've decided I'm going to make it nighttime now. And then while I'm here, I'm actually going to do stuff with my Pokemon on the bench right away. With my big ones, of course. So we have to do this exactly 3 times, I think. Time to hang out with my Pokemon. You can see how cute they are. Huh. Okay. Okay, so we could just do this like 3 times. Automatically, and that'll get us something done. And this is just free save points for this. Alright. Okay, looks like we don't have to do that anymore. Alright, long story short, I think you know why we're doing this. Although it would be fun to do other stuff, I think right now I want to focus on actually training my main team up. Alright. I like how it says rank infinite now, so there's no way of truly knowing what rank they are. You just kind of have to guess, I guess, based off of what you see. Alright, just like that, we're done. Okay, well, who do I want to honestly level up? I have no idea. So we need 50,000 points, but all of our components are infinite. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, I will say I know what to do. As silly as it is to start doing stuff, I see a golden opportunity to do something very interesting, and although we do like having Raichu in the party a lot, you probably all know why I kind of regretted doing that Switch stuff, because in reality, I always liked Pikachu better. Not saying Raichu is bad at all, it's just I've always preferred playing with a Pikachu. And as you know, I also have a solo challenge I did at one point where I did an entire run of a game using just Pikachu. You probably want to check my videos, but yeah, I did do a run using only Pikachu. To be fair, he was the starter in that game, so that made it easier, but doesn't mean that I haven't forgotten about him either. Anyways, for that reason, and also since we need evolutions, we're going to try using our Pichu instead. But there's not really a great way to do that, so first, I'm just going to leave him in for a bit. Okay, maybe I actually wait. Hang on. Before I do something, I'll do something that looks really weird, but then again, I do silly stuff all the time, I guess. So since we need to train them, we should probably focus on the stats they most want, but I don't know how much to do. I do know for a fact, though, it seems like you can train them differently. Also, why did I switch sides? That makes sense. Alright, well, long story short, yeah, I lost a lot of my name and drink items, but now that we're going to be grinding a lot, we actually have the money to spend on them. But I think for now, what we should do is buy 10 of each of these and give them all to Raichu. Yeah, I mean, our Pichu. I know what you're thinking. Sounds like a lot for one Pokemon to have at once, but it's for our challenge. We'll do anything to make sure we're able to win. And if that means doing that, then it is what it is. Alright. Can we just use all of them? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. So, if you wanted to, you could just grind them all up until they straight up cannot go any higher. For those of you who wonder why I was confused, pretty much anybody who knows Pokemon will probably know you used to not be able to automatically train Pokemon like this. You used to have to grind them up to a set point, then they would get stuck at a certain level, and then you would have to actually wait until certain things happen before you can even play anymore. And this actually does matter a lot too, because if you don't do this correctly, who knows what'll happen. Yeah. Now you see where I'm going with this. Okay, if I want to actually check this, we should first. Okay, well, it doesn't look correct, but that's only because we just... oh yeah, wait, this is how we see it. We just look at this. That's how we determine when you think... how strong you think it'll get by the end. And, of course, the stats will get only better when it actually evolves. But right now, this is what it lands. So we want that to be maxed. We want it to be stronger. But yes, as you might have guessed it, yeah, the reason why I was surprised is usually when you EV train someone, you have to do a whole bunch of spiel and stuff, and it takes a really long time. But apparently in this game, you can just purchase it with money. That's how simple it is, I see. Not gonna buy a lot, though. We're gonna just keep buying 10 at a time for now, and seeing if that works. And then, for good measure, we could give him HP or some, maybe defense. I don't know. I know I don't want to give him attack, though. Maybe, just HP will be fine. So maybe we'll just some HP style until it's done. Either way, I want to train this Pokemon a certain way. I feel like it would work better that way. So, I guess all my savings is starting to pay off after all. I know this looks weird, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, as you can see, you can train Pokemon up without actually, like, well, grinding them and everything. Of course, I'm going to do more than just this, though. Assuming I can get them fully up, and I'll be continuing this afterwards. Alright. Let's see if we get stuck now. Oh, this is... okay, we're a bit too far down here. We need to be more up here. Alright. Alright, Pichu. Yeah, okay, that still works. If you wonder why I was so confused... oh, wow, okay, I just realized. So somehow that also gave it EV levels, because, yeah, right, each of those gives it a EV levels, so I guess feeding him those drinks wasn't too bad after all. Or actually, it's an she, because it's girl. So yeah, sure. Well, in that case, we'll let you evolve, because we need you to be a Pikachu anyway. As a Pikachu, you'll get a lot more stats. Well, there you have it. Speedrunning Evolution 1.0. We have another female Pikachu ready to go, apparently. Alright, now let's see what your summary is like. Apparently our defense is really good, according to what we see. And then the others are decent, apparently. Oh, its special attack is down. That's not great. We need to be careful of that. Obviously, there's some other stuff we can get. Alright, well, we evolved through friendship, which helped us out a bit. Its speed stat might suffer. Ooh. There's still a chance we might not need that. Special attack might suffer. Defense. Have this make it grow at an even rate. You know what? Since we don't have anything else, we may as well do this first. Because we want it to be special at some point. Alright, well, we don't have a really good idea of how much we're supposed to get, so since it's already super close, why don't we try doing just 5 of each of them instead, and then throw the rest into HP, at least until we cannot get any more. I know this looks weird, but like, I just wanted to show you guys, this straight up is a way you can EV train your Pokemon, which is good because if you EV train them, they'll be a lot more stronger than if you did anything else. I did that with Emboar as well, partially, but then again, I also let it randomly battle, so it didn't really have the best stats, but that's fine. Okay, well, we're gonna start doing this one at a time, just for efficiency's sake. Oh, wow, it's still not maxed out. Okay, how much more can we go, dude? Oh, now it says it won't have any fats. Okay, so that one's maxed out. They had already started with a bunch of speed already. So despite having only 70 HP, it already has a lot of stuff. Let's check our summary again. Okay, yeah, speed's done. Looks like we have a little bit more to go in special attack, so we need a few more ranks and we'll be fine. As far as I'm aware, you can max out at least one stat or so. You could. So let's do what we did before and buy more special things. I'm sure we could use some stronger special attacking Pokemon. Also, I might end up changing my team a bit. You might have noticed my Alakazam wasn't doing great, so we might actually change up 2 of our team members, not just 1. This first one, we kind of have to do because of the challenge right now, but I think we could use someone different here. Well, if that's the case, we should probably put away his held item first. Let's get out here. I want to use this out in the... I don't know why, I just feel like doing it. I will say, I hope you guys are fine with what I did, but just think of it this way. Our EVs will be perfect, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, now it says it won't have any fat. Okay, we can still do more. Didn't get any HP yet. Now it says it won't have any fat. Does that mean now it's more or less as trained as it can go? Alright, now we can check it again. I think now we have our Pikachu trained as well as it can be. I figured go for a little bit of HP. Last wouldn't hurt too much. It tells us what... It tells us whether or not our stats are good too, and you might have noticed if it's shiny, that means it's fully EV trained. As you might have guessed, we planned on training at least 2 stats better than the others so that we can have as much defenses as we can. So now we've done that. Now we can actually start training it, but we have to wait until the next video because that took a lot longer than I expected. Oh, we actually have some more moves too. You know what? Let's do a little bit of change. Let's place this weak ground move maybe with Draining Kish. It's nice to have different stuff. And I like this now. Our Royale Lake's no longer A. Instead it is infinite, and everyone is infinite too. Isn't that interesting? Well, long story short, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe if you've enjoyed it, and until then, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.